you know, it was funny, but because she had worked at TLC, I was checking her out with John and David. She was checking me out, going, hey, was she a good student? You know, what kind of person is she? So, I mean, that worked out really well. So you do want to be careful in those instances, but it was just an opportunity that came my way, and, you know, I was smart enough to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Of whatever opportunity.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with Time to Size Jam. I saw an opportunity. I saw this loose, amorphous interest and said, can you hone this, pressurize this, work with this, and help direct it so that the snowball, you push it up a hill and it rolls down the other side.
Yeah.
And, you know, happiness, success in business, I really think the core component is it's heart and cash.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can make both work, that's when you succeed. I talk to people sometimes and I can tell they live in like palatial estates in parts of South Austin. And how many of them are really happy?
Right.
Because I know people who have tons of money, but are they really happy?
Yeah.
And that's this thing where, am I totally content and happy with my business? No. But I'm tweaking those things.
Mm-hmm.
The money so far is working. Slowly. Never as much as you want, of course.
Yeah.
But it's working. The happiness part, I'm tweaking my business to make it fit both. Because it's not enough for me just to make money. That's not really what fuels me.
Yeah.
It doesn't really interest me. The money is just a tool to get more things done. So let's say I had an extra $10,000 right now. I can build a website for Time to Size Jam, help with some of the infrastructure for Time to Size Jam, be in a situation to advertise the Time to Size Jam. And you'll see that it's not about being a dragon rolling around like Scrooge McDuck and all my gold.
Right.
It's about using the money as a tool, and that's why I don't look at money as the end all. It's really more for me about heart and what gets me going and being able to help more people, educate more people, provide better body work, provide authenticity, provide integrity, provide high ethics.
Yep.
And a really solid business. Because in America, this is what I figured out. In America, real freedom still exists. And that freedom comes from, in my opinion, small business. Mm-hmm. Frank Zappa was a small business owner in America. And who listens to Frank Zappa? A very small subsection of the music population. He did not produce top 40 hits. He did things his way. He was very politically outspoken when he was on camera. Mm-hmm. He didn't give a shit what you thought about him and Moon Unit and his kids.
Right.
Named Dweezil and Ahmet.
Yeah.
You know, it was like he was doing his thing that he loved. He made music for 30 plus years, going all over musical styles, from classical, which is high end, and then, you know, stuff that we think of as like, you know, blues music and low end, low class, if you will. And the thing is, he didn't care what you thought about him because he had his fans. And he had people who were going to purchase what he did, and he enjoyed the process of making it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and that's it, you know, just exactly with success, you know, because we were talking about before, it's not necessarily you're making millions of dollars a year. It's you're doing what you like, you get value out of it, and you're having enough money to live the life that you want to live.
Yep. One of the first things I did when we paid off my student loans, I had student loans and credit card debt, both of which are now paid off.
Yay.
And it was kind of like you push and build, and then all of a sudden you pay it off, and you expect, like, you know, Sally Mae's going to send you a message in sparklers. No.
Congratulations!
They're just like, what? You paid us off? We're like, we have no use for you now.
Yeah. Darn it, we're not going to be getting that interest.
So it was sort of anticlimactic. But one of the things I did was I was like, well, what do I like? And I said, one, in winter, I like scotch. Now, I don't go crazy and go buy $1,000 worth of scotch. But what I don't do also is I don't go to a bar and buy scotch. And the reason I don't go to a bar and buy scotch is because they charge too much at the bar. Unless it's a treat on occasion. What I do is I go to specs, I go through the Scotch section, I maybe even ask one of the guys who specializes in the Scotches, here's what I like Lefroy, I like Islay, and we pick a bottle of Scotch, and that bottle of Scotch is $60 to $80. I just paid off my student loans, I just paid off my credit card, I'm living debt-free, and Scotch is something that I enjoy, and this bottle is going to last me 3 or 4 months.
Right.
That's something I decide to invest in, because that makes me happy. I also decided that instead of just ground beef from local cattle, local grass-fed, I bought some steaks. But here's the thing, Andre and I were going to Texas Roadhouse, and we were going to Texas Roadhouse every 2 to 3 weeks, and it was costing like $40 every time we went. What I figured out was I could buy grass-fed local steaks. I'm a good cook. I could make Hasselback or potatoes here at home. So now I'm getting grass-fed steak. I'm eating steak more often, but it's less expensive than what we were paying at Texas Roadhouse.
Right. You're making it yourself, even with the high quality.
Because the thing is like, what makes you happy? What are those little things? I garden. I'm going to spend money on compost. I'm going to get mulch for free from the city of Round Rock, mulch my garden beds, and try gardening again. Why? Because I enjoy it. And that's a good part of having a business. I run the Massage Entrepreneurs Group as an admin because that is success to me. Success isn't, my bank account grew. It doesn't matter. I'm going to die, okay? What I'm talking about is a legacy. Gary Vee talked about this, and I posted that about, somebody's outside of Gary's car where he's driving, like, hey, Gary, tell us something inspirational. And Gary's like, you're going to die. And that's a very Buddhist thing. It's like he's talking about impermanence. He understands that he's trying to leave a legacy. Yep. What are people going to say about him at his funeral? I don't even know Gary Vee, and that will go to show you the power that YouTube videos have, because I feel like Gary Vee is my friend. He's not a business guy. He's my friend. I could sit down and talk to Gary about my wife and whatever else, because I feel like I know him because he's created intimacy using video and using his social media. The thing is, when it comes to success, was it about the money? No. It's about, to me, a quotient, a variable, a ratio of heart to cash. Can I do the things that I really want to do? And do I enjoy, like this? We're shooting a video, I love doing this. I do this for fun. And that's the thing, when people have jobs, they don't think it's fun. I talk to people in Austin, they make 6 figures a year. They're miserable. They hate what they do. And the thing is, all I can do is look at them and say, well, why don't you do what you love? And they're like, well, I got bills, I got this. And what they've done is they're trading in that for that golden ring, the brass ring. They think, well, I've gotten this much debt, I've gotten this much financial issue, I have to keep this because of the kids, because. You don't get a reward for how much is in your bank account when you're ready to die.
No, not at all.
And I like money. I want to be able to do things with the money. You do not get a reward. That money, you can't take it with you. And that's where, to me, it's about leaving a legacy of some sort. Because I feel like by running the business, we're actually pushing humanity forward in a way.
I think you're right. And it is a matter of, because none of us are getting out of this alive. And so what mark do you want to make on the world? And I think your point of the freedom aspect, what do you want to be free to do? And for each person that's different, you like to be able to buy that $60, $80 bottle of scotch to enjoy. For me, I want to travel more. I haven't hardly been to most parts of Canada. There's a lot of places in the world I want to go. So I want to be able to be in a position where I can do more traveling. But there's some people, they're not travelers. So I think a lot of people need to sit down and figure out what it is they want from life, what's going to make them happy, or what they think is going to make them happy, and that will change. We're human beings. We grow, we evolve, most of us. And so it's a matter of figuring out. And then once you figure out what you want, you figure out how you get there. And sometimes it's baby steps, and sometimes it takes you a while to get there. And you're probably going to have to learn things, take some time. I mean, in the last year, the things that I'm trying to figure out social media. You got the jump on me on that one, but Facebook. I feel like I'm starting to understand Facebook, and maybe eventually I'll start Twittering, or tweeting, or whatever you do on Twitter.
tweet.
And but for me, it's there are things I know. Okay, if I want to do this, I have to learn X, Y, and Z, and then I can have what I want. So it's so I think that's when it's all wrapped up into success. It's what do you want, how you're going to get there, and then go do it.
I get frustrated when I get tired.
Yes, that is a key thing. When I am tired, all of a sudden, all my motivation goes away. Tired and hungry, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
People don't understand. There are people I'll run into at a party in Austin when I go out once every 6 months. And I'll run into them, and all they ask me about is business, because all of my social media, most of it, is business related. It doesn't mean I don't post, hey, crazy cat photo or whatever.
Right.
But even that sometimes is to get you to like the photo, and I'm sharing a part of my joy in life through social media. Because I am CNN, I am NBC, I am Fox. I'm able to put out the content.
Right.
I'm not just consuming content. I'm like, no, I am producing content.
Exactly.
And when it comes to producing things that I enjoy, there's food photos. There's photos of Blue, which is my roommate's dog, who I have great affinity for. Friends' cats, things like that. I'm able to focus on the things that I want to focus on. Part of my joy in being a small business owner is I personally am not a morning person. I am never going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and think, this is the best, wonderful, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, it is 8 o'clock in the morning. There better be coffee.
Yes.
So I don't see clients until 11 o'clock. And I design my life and my lifestyle to fit around that, because that's what makes me happy.
Yep.
I wear tie fisherman pants 24/7, 365, and rarely put on a suit, because that makes me happy. And that's where you get to make those choices for yourself. Because you get to define success within your own parameters.
Right.
What makes you happy? So we spent probably less time talking about the money and more time talking about happiness.
Yeah.
And you have to have money. If you don't have income, it's really difficult, because you have to have a house, you have to have a car, certain things taken care of, medical care. But beyond a certain point, what do you do it for?
Yeah. And money doesn't keep you warm at night. Well, unless you have it all.
Burn it.
You burn it, or you pack it in your bed. But it doesn't keep you warm at night. Money to me has always been a tool. It's not the end goal. It's the tool of how I get to the end goal. And that's the way I've always looked at it. A lot of people think money is evil. Money is only evil if you're an evil person. So
money, that concept. One, when in the Bible, in the New Testament, where they talk about that, they said the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
Not the money is. Money is just a tool.
Yeah. Money
is just a tool. Depends on what you do with it. One of the reasons I start to focus so much about spreadsheets and on the math and on the money is, well, if I had more tools, I can do more. I can help more people. So for education, for instance, when I educate, I can work on one client at a time. And then you realize if you teach a class, if I'm teaching other massage therapists, these 10 therapists can go out and exponentially magnify.
Exactly.
And then I go, okay, I've got workbooks, DVDs. A guy in Alaska can download my stuff, and I can, and the thing is, I keep going, how do I get more money? How do I get more money? Because why? Because I'm trying to amplify that. Because I'm not trying to do 10 students in Austin. I'm trying to do Knoxville, Wyoming, Utah, California, Maine, Georgia, more workbooks, more videos, more time massage jams, more. Because you're trying to expand well-being.
Right.
You're trying to help more people and figure out, how do I help more people? And that's the thing. It's about giving more than it is about taking. But then it's weird. This weird paradox. And I always feel like, as a former philosophy student, I get into this, because how do you give stuff and then make money? Because don't you have to sell stuff to make money? Make sense?
Yeah, it's And that's, to some degree, yeah, you're thinking about it, it's like, no, I want to make money, therefore I must sell everything. But it really comes down to, I think, the people where you see the success, and especially more of the, what am I looking for? The people the niche people, because there's the commodity product or the mass market products, and you make a product to sell, but if you're trying to build something more than yourself, you first have to build that following. And so it's a matter of give. And even when you're trying to get clients in, one of the things that I did that was geared towards clients and that I have out when I do the vendor fairs and health fairs, I created a little booklet on 6 common problems that mature adults have that massage can help with. And when I say I created a booklet, okay, I printed out, basically I wrote up, some brief things, on sciatica, normal aches and pains, knee replacements, hip replacements, things that are common to mature adults, and wrote them up. Basically, the booklet is 4 sheets of paper with a heavier piece of paper, like a cardboard stock, folded together and stapled. Okay, so this is my booklet, but it gives some information to potential clients, because I kept hearing, these clients I'd have for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and they go, oh, well, I've been having such and such a problem, but you can't help me with that with massage. I'm like, hello? Ask your massage therapist. Now, I can't fix everything, but maybe I can. And that's why I created the booklet, so that people would have some ideas. Oh, massage can help with sciatica?
Yeah.
I didn't know that,
And that's the thing, the education. When I talk to therapists about educating, they sometimes think I mean get into education and teach CE classes. And it's like, that is a route if you decide to do that. Absolutely. What I'm really saying is educate your target market clients.
Yeah.
There are CrossFitters who don't understand that their clean and jerk or whatever they're doing is using this specific muscle. But if you're a massage therapist who works on CrossFitters, who makes videos for CrossFitters talking about how to release those muscles, guess who those CrossFitters then want to come get a session with? Right. And the thing is, it's so specialized. This technology allows so much specificity compared to what was available. I mean, somebody wrote me from Michigan. I'm in Texas. And it's like, no, I'm going to study with you, even though there are teachers closer by. Yeah. And that's the power that this has, and that's why I keep making videos, because it keeps building my business. It's blissful because I get to break all the rules, because they're like, wait, you're not paying for ads. And I'm like, you don't need to pay for ads. Right. They're like, you're not paying for advertising. I'm like, well, I paid for the camera and the lighting equipment. Yeah. And that is the thing today. I was writing a piece a couple weeks ago, and I was writing down, I was born in 1969. Pre all of this. When you think about the free tools that we have, that little phone, okay, I remember when a phone had a cord and it didn't take pictures, okay, and that phone that he's holding in his hand there takes better quality pictures than the heavy duty, and it was Super 8, right? I'm talking to you, you're younger than I am, but it was a film camera that you could buy, and I don't know what they cost, but I know that we had one, like a Super 8 camera, that actually had rolls of film that you then had to send out, get developed, get it back. This, and the camera he's using to shoot this video, it's all digital. You don't have to send it out to get it processed. Other than putting in some money into the equipment, and even the cheapy cameras take better quality pictures than some of what was out there. So the tools that we have at our access, and then you put it up on YouTube for free, you put it up on Facebook for free, and anybody, just about anybody in the world can see it. So you want to talk about breaking rules, there are no rules anymore. Yeah. So success, you don't measure by the money. So it's like, is success the number of YouTube videos I have and the number of views? No. To me, what is success in a digital format is, are you engaged?
Yes. Yeah.
Because when I put out that link and Rhiannon says, hey, I have this question, I win. Yeah. And when that young lady writes me on Snapchat to talk to me, I win. Because it's not about putting out 9 million videos. It doesn't matter if nobody pays attention and nobody's actually engaged. When people write YouTube comments to ask me more questions and say, listen, I want you to talk about this specific area of marketing and make a video, I win. Yeah. Because I'm building an audience. I am NBC. But I'm NBC with a heart.
Yeah.
And I can adapt and change and work with my audience for mutual benefit.
Yeah.
That's how I win in the digital realm, is the engagement.
Yeah, and it's much more of a personal engagement instead of somebody just throwing content at you. Like you say, you can respond to the questions, what people who are following you want to know.
Yeah, and you can test much more quickly than you could in an organic environment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting feedback digitally, likes, comments, shares, what people see, what they don't see.
You post it, and within a half hour, you've already gotten some engagement.
Some, yeah.
Or not, as the case may be, depending on where you are.
Crickets.
Yes.
Crickets.
You go, wow, that didn't work. So.